Howdy folks, Hillbilly here. Out on another adventure today, or the next couple days. We're up here in Shenandoah National Park. We're going to do a couple day loop here, probably about 18-20 miles in total. I'm going to go up into Nicholson Hollow here where I brought y'all before and branch off up into Hazel Country. A lot of good things to see, a lot of good hiking. But yeah, we're out here for the next couple days. Got a buddy of mine, Chris, from work here with me, going out on his first run. Got old Beagle. Y'all remember from my first Pennsylvania hike earlier this year. And yeah, not much to talk about. We're just going to go out here and have a good time and enjoy the good fall weather that's finally set in. Alright, yes, the creeks are very crossable. See, I've been here before where none of these rocks were visible, and we just had to turn around and call it a day. But it's been a lot of rain here lately. I was a little worried about them being high, but no worries. Looks like we're going to be good. Yeah, so we're going to hike in about a mile and a half-ish, something like that, and I know several good camping spots along this stretch of trail here, so we got a lot of options to work with. A couple waterfalls to see along the way before we get there too, so we'll probably stop in and check those out. Alright folks, just got camp set up here. The spot I was hoping for was available, so that's good. Right here at the junction of Nicholson Hollow and Corbin Mountain Trail. Corbin Mountain Trail is just right there, I don't know, about 20 yards in front of me. See those rocks, that's where you cross the river to get over here. Nicholson Hollow Trail's up on that bank right there, so we're on the opposite side of the creek from it. Right alongside the banks of the Hughes River. So if you watched my videos before, you know that this trail is kind of special to me. I used to be the overseer for a 2-mile stretch of this trail, Nicholson Hollow Trail. So I've walked past this spot about 1 million times, and I've always wanted to camp here, and just never did. I'm glad after all these years I finally get the opportunity to get a nice sleep here. Just to say I have. Yeah, we did about 1.5 miles in today. I figured we'd just try to get somewhere before dark. Tomorrow we've got, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 miles. We're not doing any high miles on this one. Basically 9 miles tomorrow, 9 miles Sunday. But yeah, it's supposed to be nice weather. Like I said, we finally got some fall weather setting in here in Virginia. So it's real nice. I love this weather. It's my favorite time to be out here. Falling asleep to the sound of the river tonight. Good night, folks. Alright folks, we're just leaving camp this morning. Right here at the junction of Nicholson Hollow and Corbin Mountain Trail. I had a real good night's sleep last night. Rained a little bit this morning, which was actually kind of nice. Just listening to the rain hit the tent. Real relaxing. It's about 8:30 in the morning now. We're all packed up, got breakfast in us, ready to go. So we're back here on the Nicholson Hollow Trail. We're going to go a little less than half a mile before we make our first turn off on the Hot Short Mountain Trail. But there'll be a couple turns here and there today, a couple different trails we're using, so I'll keep you posted on them throughout the day. Sunshine's coming out now, it's already breaking apart the clouds, and it looks like it's going to be a real nice day. So let's go have some fun. Alright, going up the hot short mountain trail here. I think it's going to be 2.1 miles to get to the top of it. Up to the Hazel Mountain Trail. It'll be a good little climb. But nothing to it but to do it. Tough little climb, eh, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, we're about a mile or so up the hot short mountain trail here, just taking a little breather. It's a good little climb up out of Nicholson Hollow. I tell you, it's beautiful out today. Still relatively cool. Sun's out.
Thank God for it being cool.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot tougher when it's hot and humid. Ask Beagle there. Last time I hiked with him, we had to throw in the towel because it was so damn hot and humid.
Oh shit.
Yep, like I said, we're just sitting here taking a little breather, poking our way up the mountain. Alright folks, so here we are. Got to the top of the hot short mountain trail here, and we are at the Hazel Mountain Trail, which is an old forest road bed, so it's going to be nice easy hiking up here through the saddles of these mountains. I will be on this trail for a little while. I'm not sure how many miles, but a few miles. And from here we're heading up toward Hazel Falls and Cave, and eventually on up crossing Skyline Drive to the top of the ridge. But I think the bulk of our work is done for the day now, the biggest climb of the day, so probably go a little bit further and stop and take a little break and eat some lunch. Alright, just getting up here to the Hazel Falls and Caves. So I got a little group of people up here, but hopefully they won't mind me talking to my phone. Very cool. Got the cave right here. How's it going? Good. Going back behind the waterfalls here. Very cool. I haven't been here in many years. Great spot. Sit here and have some lunch. Oh, the only bad thing about coming down to these falls is the ungodly climb back up out of here. It's only about 2/10 of a mile, but by God, it's straight up the mountain. Gonna take our time, poke along slowly, so as not to wear ourselves out before we even get back to the trail. Man, I tell you, this little climb here will make a man out of you real quick. Alright folks, just getting up here to Skyline Drive. This is the Meadow Spring parking lot along the Skyline Drive here in the Central District. So we're gonna cross Skyline Drive here and go up to Meadow Spring Trail, where it's the rest of the way up to the ridge top. I think it's a little less than a mile from the drive. But yeah, it's been a nice day. Some of the rainy looking clouds that were around earlier have all seem to have blown out, so our day is just about over, not too much left. I'm gonna sit here in the parking lot to the Meadow Spring and wait for Beagle and Chris to catch up, and yeah, make our way the rest of the way up the ridge. All right, folks, here we are. Up on the AT. This is actually where I took some of my first steps ever on the AT. Coming from that way, about a mile or two up from Thornton Gap, and hiked, I think it was about 40 miles down to Swift Run Gap. Very first AT section I ever did back in 2009. And so we're done climbing for the day. We got 0.7 over to the shelter, flat ridge walk. Might not even go that far, might camp at that overlook, depending on if it's occupied. Anyway, getting close to the end of a beautiful day. Alright folks, so we're leaving Bird's Nest Shelter area Sunday morning. Pretty chilly night last night, got into the 30s. Stayed good and cozy inside my quilt though. Didn't want to get out of it. But yeah, we got, I don't know, 7 or 8 miles today back to the car. Mostly downhill today as opposed to mostly uphill like it was yesterday. But I think we're all still feeling pretty good, still in good spirits. Got some nice stuff to see again today too. We're going to be on the Appalachian Trail for a couple miles before we dip back down into Nicholson Hollow. Lots of cabins and such to see down there. I'll show those to you. Well, some of you have probably already seen them anyway in one of my other videos. But anyway, morning time, day number 3. Here we go. Just got to the top of the pinnacle, about 3,800 feet or so. Looking down onto the Shenandoah Valley this morning. Man, it's beautiful. Kind of see where the Shenandoah River is just by following that line of fog down there in the valley. Man, this is why I come out here, folks. Right there in the forefront, that little lump sticking up in that mountain is Mary's Rock. Back there is the Marshall, North and South Marshall Mountains. Right here ahead of me is the Three Sisters. Which actually, there's a home down there for sale that I really want to buy, but my wife is not too keen on that. Maybe if she sees this video of it, she'll think a little harder about it. Anyway, stunning view this morning. Well, now it's decided to rain on us a little bit here. It's not raining hard or nothing, but it's a decent drizzle, enough to put on some rain gear. So, hey, we're here at the Jewel Hollow pull-off, or the Pinnacle. Yeah, Pinnacle view, that's right. But anyway, it's raining a little bit. Oh well, we'll live. Probably quit here before too long anyway. Alright folks, we're getting ready to finally leave the ridge, saying goodbye to the AT. It's our last look at a white blaze right there. And we're getting ready to plunge down off of this ridge down the Corbin Cabin Cutoff trail. I think it's about 1.3 miles long, straight down the mountain, back down into Nicholson Hollow, where it'll become a lot more gradual. But yeah, coming across Skyline Drive again here, still drizzling. Still raining, still having a good time though. You see the concrete trail post across the way there. A little bit of info about Nicholson Hollow. Yep, anyway. Still moving along good. Still making good time, still having a good time. So, here we go. Alright folks, well we got down here to Nicholson Hollow. There's the Hughes River right there running in front of us. Still raining fairly decent, so we opted to come on inside this old cabin right here. It sits across the river from the Corbin cabin. If I remember right, I believe this was Albert and Mamie Nicholson who lived here. But anyway, we're going to sit in here out of the rain for a few minutes, eat a snack, rest for a minute. And now we got about 4 miles back to the car down Nicholson Hollow. Alright folks, we've come full circle now. We've gotten back to the hot short mountain trail where we started our loop yesterday morning. We climbed this trail up through a series of other trails and on up to the Blue Ridge, but we've come all the way back around again and here we are. So we've only got about a mile and a half or so until we get to the end of the trail. Alright folks, here we are, end of the line. Back to the Nicholson Hollow trailhead here. We just got to walk down the paved road there for just I don't know, maybe a half a mile, quarter mile or something. It's been a good trip. Actually had a little bit of an eventful ending here. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah.
Look at that face.
What we doing all right now?
Damn. He done slipped on a rock. Decided to headbutt another rock. I think the other rock won.
I don't know. It moved.
It moved? You shook it a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey, well here comes somebody down the driveway, so let's get out of the way here. Well, maybe they're just turning around. Anyways. Yep, I'm just glad Chris is alright. I don't need his wife to kill me when we get him back. But it's the end of the line, folks. It's been a great hike. Saw a little bit of everything. Saw the waterfalls and the creeks and the caves and the ridge tops and the mountaintop views. Got a little taste of everything. Real nice. A little bit of drizzle this morning, but that was no big deal. Looks like we got some hot apple cider up the hill here I might get. But anyway, folks, I'm glad y'all came along again. Make sure to check out Beagle's version of this hike on his channel, Beagle's Backcountry Adventures. Maybe if I didn't get Chris to hate backpacking, he might be back out here again with us sometime soon.
I'll be back out.
He'll be back out, he says. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in on Hillbilly Hikes, and we'll see you on the next one.